Dominant last night in 8 shutout innings against some of the most powerful bats in baseball, helping the Nats snap a 4-game losing streak. Tonight, the Rockies arrive in D.C. to face Gio, looking for number 100 in the opener. Sizzling day in the district and a hot night at the ballpark. The hard-hitting Rockies are in town. So you go from the O's to the Rocks. Max Scherzer bobbleheads, and the timing almost perfect after what Max did for our ball club to turn things around. Last night, Bob and FP, you never know what's going to happen when you're taking on Colorado. This time it's at home, thankfully. But a win like last night, if there is a must-win for a team with a nice division lead, maybe last night was it. What can it do for this club?
Well, I don't think it was even about the win. They played good baseball for the first time in a long time. Max set the tone early. They made the plays behind him. Only a couple base runners last night for the O's, and they swung the bat. So a good, clean game, something to build on.
All right, and Gio taking on the Rockies, who are a little left-handed heavy right now. DJ LeMahieu is out of the lineup, but these guys do lots of damage, but not that much on the road. 11th in runs per game. The average is 12th. On down the list you go. On base percentage, slugging, and extra base hits. So not nearly the ball club. They are at altitude in Colorado, and they're well under 500 on the road as well. So Gio takes them on tonight. DJ LeMahieu has a sore wrist, not in the lineup. And number 100, one more time, he's going to try to get that milestone.
I think he has to worry about the process and not the number. Sometimes as a player you get caught up in the milestone you're about to achieve and you forget what you have to do to achieve it. So go out there, pound the strike zone, keep the ball down, keep that good tempo we've been enjoying from Gio lately, and throw a lot of strikes.
Nat starters can usually rely on run support, especially with Daniel Murphy hanging around. He has led the National League in batting average in 124 of 149 days this season, hitting .347, just ahead of the aforementioned LeMahieu. So it's Murphy and the Nats and the Rockies coming right up from Nationals Park. Get ready for some offense this weekend. Call on Masson. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by visitannapolis.org. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. From Virginia, the Jefferson looking gorgeous tonight. Somebody's ready for some action here at Nationals Park. It is 91. The heat index is 1 click under 100 degrees at the ballpark tonight. Rockies are first in the league in batting average at .273 and in runs. They're fifth in home runs, and Charlie Blackmon leading the way. Had a nice series out there against the Nats, and he's hitting over .420 over the last 2.5 weeks for them. He also steals bases, 15 of those. So it's Blackmon, Arenado, and Cargo, 1, 3, and 4, the guys you really have to watch for tonight. Gio Gonzalez 2-0, 2 career starts against Colorado.
Our fastball's averaging 91 on the season, curveball 77, changeup 83. Last start on the 21st against the Braves, he got the no decision, went 5 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 112 pitch effort. And he is going to have to keep the ball down against this Rockies club tonight. They can swing it, although their offense is in a little bit of a rut. They just got swept by the Brewers in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and they're only, as we mentioned earlier, 28 and 36 on the road. They are pretty good against the East, 18 and 13, Walt Weiss's ball club. They were in the race about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but they've hit some rough patches. And right now they're 7 under 500, 11 back of the Dodgers, and 9 back of the second place Giants. So here's Charlie Blackmon, 7th in the league with 143 hits. Steps in at .318. Strike call to start tonight. At 7:07, home plate umpire, a 19-year veteran, Mark Wegner. There's Mike Winters, the crew chief, 29 years. Mike Malinsky, 11 years at second. Marty Foster, 21st year at third base. A true veteran crew handling this one tonight. Just like that, Gio 0-2. And the fastball sails upstairs. Blackmon 3 hits in 12 at-bats in the series in Colorado. Two and 2. Nationals gained a game on the Marlins last night. 8 up, 10 over the Mets. Dusty's ball club at home, 37 and 24. Gio throws his strike, and that's hammered by Blackmon, foul.
Defense for the Nats tonight behind Gio. Worth, Turner, Harper, your outfield. Espinosa, Rendon, left side. Murphy, Zimmerman, right side. Jose Lobaton, 2 nights in a row. Gio with a 3.91 ERA when Jose Lobaton catches him, as opposed to a 5.01 ERA when Wilson catches him.
Pretty big difference. That's a busted bat. Zimmerman to the bag himself. So Gio and Ryan team up for the first out of the game.
There's your Coons.com Scotty report. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. 99 problems in a win 8-1. He's going for number 100 tonight. Not Nolan. Avoid Nolan Arenado. He has 4 home runs in his last 4 games, and he's 10 for his last 17. He is on fire.
Yeah, he was 1 for 16 going into those last 17 at bats. So some guys are paying. He's on deck on a hot night. And we welcome to the big leagues the newest Rocky. Just joining them today, Steven Cardullo, 28-year-old infielder outfielder from Hollywood, Florida. They signed him as a minor league free agent back in January. And when they called him up, he was hitting .308 with 17 home runs at Albuquerque. First big league at bat, 2-0. Quite a background. He's played for the Rockland Boulders of the Canadian American Association, the London Road Warriors, the Florence Freedom, and originally at Missoula in rookie ball for the Diamondbacks. He's going to scorch it in his first big league at bat, and Trey Turner is going to bring home a little snow cone near the infield for the second out.
That's the one that tests you as a center fielder early, that low line drive right at you. Trey Turner had to pause for a second. There's always that moment as a center fielder on the one right at you where do I have to go in or am I going back? And you see Turner just kind of checking it out for a second. Maybe one false step backwards and then the speed makes up for the rest. And a little white showing there. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Whoa, ho, ho, whoa. Easy. Made it look easy.
So here's Arenado hitting .286. Mark Trumbo and Edwin Encarnacion, the only two with more homers. But Arenado, the most RBIs in the major leagues already. And we're talking about the 26th of August, 108.
You want a splits?
Sure.
Home 314, 23 homers, 69 RBI, Nolan Arenado. Road 258, 14 home runs, 39 RBI. 61 games at home, 63 on the road.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. Outstanding ball player, but that's a pretty dramatic difference.
If you're talking about the MVP, which you have to with this guy, he's definitely at the front of the conversation. I think you have to take into account his defense too. He is, if not the best defender in baseball, one of the top three.
1-2 from Gio. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and away. So Gio has retired Arenado all 3 times career they have faced each other. Good start to the night. And thank you. And we're going to the bottom of the first.
But she's looking at a Bryce Harper home run.
I know, that's where it went. That's where it's going to go. So the Nats, 8th in the league in batting average, 4th in runs, 2nd in home runs. Trey Turner has been amazing. Last 14 games, batting .422, running, stealing, scoring, you name it, Trey's doing it. Then you got Worth and Murphy behind him, and a warming up every day Bryce Harper. Facing 23-year-old rookie Jeff Hoffman, who has traveled an interesting road to the big leagues with the Rockies.
All right, coming off his first career start against the Cubs on the 19th at Coors, went 7 innings, gave up 5 runs on 8 hits, struck out 8 Cubs through 106 pitches. So his fastball go 94 to 97. He's got a good one. Slider, curveball, change to go with it. Hard curveball, good change.
Breaking ball stays up and into Turner. Overall hitting .340. His on base percentage is rocketed back up over .360 now. Out to left center. Pretty well hit. Rayburn is going to track it down though in the gap. Just a couple of steps short of the track.
Well, you're waiting for it. I know you are. Here comes your Coons.com scouting report. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. Jeff Hoffman, #1. He's a Blue Jays #1 pick in June of 2014. The 9th player taken overall. And Tulojit He's the centerpiece of the Troy Tulowitzki trade with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, traded over to the Rockies with Jose Reyes, Miguel Castro, Jesus Tinoco. LaTroy Hawkins and Tulo went the other way. That was a mega deal on July 28th of last year. Nice tie in there.
Nice tie, Ty.
Legit, I like it. Strike two, Jason Worth.
You know, you're not supposed to have more pop the older you get, but Jason Worth is doing just that. I mean, he has hit some monster bombs this month for the Nats. The one last night off the wall in center over the garage door. And you remember the ones he hit on the road. He is showing some serious pop. I mean, last night it was the only run until the Nats decided to score some in the bottom of the 8th, but here was the difference maker. They gave the Nats a 1-0 lead until the 8th, and look where it hits.
That's where the big fellas hit him out there. 436 feet. Worth to left. Did FP channel something? See you later. Nationals on top, and that's number 18 for Jason.
There goes the no-hitter. I love it. And the shutout. Jason Worth was his 18th hitter of the year. The old saying is the older I get, the better I was. But with Jason Worth, it's the older I get, the better I am. And the slap from Danny Espinosa. Nicely done. 1-0 Nats.
Hey, great to see Aaron Barrett in the dugout. Here's Murphy. Just like that, the Nats have their 170th home run. And Worth has more than 10% of those. Murphy deep to left. Tell you, first 3 contacts tonight. Hoffman not fooling anybody. 2 outs.
Well, show me the tater again. We just showed you last night. This is not a replay. Pulls this one on the curveball from Jeff Hoffman. No relation to Trevor or Glenn. And the extension, the strength of Jason Worth. Grown man hit that one. Another bomb off the bat of Jason Worth. A Worthquake, if you will.
Yeah, way up there. Well, that sets a good early tone for the weekend. Gio, a 1-2-3 inning.
And for all the people that say I jinx stuff, jinx that.
417. So here's Bryce. He's hit safely 10 of his last 12 games. Coming off a 6-hit 4-game stretch against the Orioles. Went 6 for 16, couple of RBIs. Outer edge, 2-1. Hoffman gave up 1 home run in 4 innings, 7 hits in his first start. So 96 on the heater, missing 97 actually, and it's 3-1. Bryce has walked 91 times. Second to the 93 of Paul Goldschmidt. Borderline, and the count's full.
Rockies defense real quick. Rayburn, Blackman, Gonzalez is the outfield. Adames Arenado left side, Descalso, Cardulo right side, and Nick Hundley doing the catching. One of the best defenders in baseball right there.
3-2. Harper to right. That's well hit. And that's going to fly over the head of Carlos Gonzalez. Short hopping the wall. He's got a great arm. But Harper is already there. And it's 2 extra base hits out of the gate for the Nats. Bryce has 22 homers, and now he has 40 extra base hits on his 18th double. Did he come off the bag, and has he been tagged out?
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with the booing down there as I watch the replay. The double off the bat. Here comes Bryce. He's heating up, folks, but apparently he came off the bag. I missed this. Wait. I missed that. I still didn't think he was off the bag.
Well, the Nats, and there's been an out call, so it's up to the Nationals to have them put the headsets on, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
He didn't come off the bag. Where are we hung up?
Well, Mike Malinsky thought he saw something.
All right, let's look at it again. I don't think I missed anything. His hand's on the bag. Don't even look at the feet. His left hand's on the bag.
And the Nats win the challenge. That didn't take any time.
Like I said in Baltimore, how about getting it right the first time?
Well,
I mean, I wish
Malinsky was toward the outfield side of Bryce there, and evidently he didn't see the hand.
Well, he's got to be embarrassed. I mean, that's... And would it be nice if we all had replay challenge to follow us around in everything we did in our lives, and we could screw it up the first time and then fix it? That would be awesome.
Bottom line, Bryce gets the double, 18th of the year. He's at second base, 2 outs. Anthony Rendon a chance to make it 2-0 or more.
Just to have those people with the headphones follow you around all day, 365 days a year, and every time you did something wrong, you could just say, hey, I'm going to challenge that.
Don't laugh. Someday.
Whoops. I ran that stop sign maybe.
We'll
Let's
have our own personal robot to help us through these situations.
Let's challenge that.
If we're not robots ourselves.
I mean, the message we're sending kids is, I mean, it's okay if you get it wrong. There's a big safety net that'll fix everything.
Rendon, 24 RBIs his last 28 games. Counts 2-0, and over the last 2 weeks, Jeep tells us that Anthony's been nearly unstoppable. A lot of runs driven in, and extra base hits. 16 home runs to go with 32 doubles and 2 triples. Bryce is on the move. Made it to 70 RBIs last night. 3-0 to Rendon. Taking right in there.
Well, I get excited when Bryce goes to left like he has the last couple nights, and that hit right there was a byproduct of him staying on the ball the other way. Pulling the baseball has never been a problem for that guy because his bat's so quick on the inner half.
Time given. Harper made a move toward third and then stopped, and maybe that was Nick Hundley who called time. I'm not sure, or requested it anyway. (3-1) with 2 outs, way outside, and Ryan Zimmerman will bat in the first. Sitting on 40 RBIs.
Hit safely in 4 of 6 since coming off the DL. And, you know, we saw the awesome ceremony with Frank Howard before the game. And hopefully someday we'll see when they do the Ryan Zimmerman ceremony and put his name up there, because it'll happen someday.
Agreed. And one of those guys you hope is able to spend his entire career with one ball club. Ryan in his 11th full season with the Nats.
That's not Ryan, that's a picture of him.
And this one over third base way. Nolan Arenado. Jason Worth goes deep, and I mean deep. Last night, straightaway center. Tonight, pulls one. He knew it. Everybody knew it. Number 18, 1-0, Washington.
Second inning, Jason Worth with a tater to put him ahead. The Astros annual school supply drive is right around the corner. August 27th, you can donate new school supplies to the center field gate from 10:30 through the end of the second inning. That's Rockies. So tomorrow, bring your school stuff. The drive will help DC area students in need. So don't forget to mark your calendar. Saturday, August 27th. Kids need scorebooks too, Bob. Oh, look at her. Awesome.
That is adorable.
That is adorable. I think she's supposed to be a poodle.
I was going to ask, where are the other 100 Dalmatians? Top of the second, Gonzalez, Rayburn, and Hundley.
Or a German Shepherd.
Carlos in the top 8 in the league in hits with 142. Strike call, it's 1-1. Hitting .313. And a curveball hit down to first. Didn't sound good off the bat. Ryan Zimmerman has it. On 2 grounders, Gio retires his first 4 batters. Inside the Numbers brought to you by Jeep. Last 6 home starts, he's been very good. Bit of a rough ride in Atlanta last time, but back here at Nationals Park, great opportunity to get that 100th win. Striking out a lot of guys right now. Well, and the run support's been good.
He's got his run.
This is Ryan Rayburn.
So you want to hear the Rockies splits? 63 home games, 302 average as a team with an 898 OPS and 90 homers.
Danny Espinosa corrals it, but no shot. Rayburn runs well. Great range by Danny.
Heck of an effort by Espinosa to make it that close. A nice round of applause by the home fans. Watch the range here by Danny. He was playing him to pull to his feet quick, but Rayburn can run.
All right, so you had him at 302 at home. What are they hitting on the road?
90 homers on the road, 244 with a 697 OPS and 70 homers. So 302 at home, 244 on the road as a team. 154 doubles at Coors Field and 97 on the road. Just a huge difference, as you'd probably suspect, and it's probably been that way since day one.
You're making a strong case. Here's Nick Hundley, 242 hitter. One for 7 career against Gio. That's a good curveball right there. 0-2.
Tell you what, I don't know if there's a stat that shows the value of Jose Lobaton, but last night with Max Scherzer, he stole about 10 strikes. And look at him just kind of pick that up and present it as right down the middle when it was the bottom of the strike zone. He is so valuable back there. I mean, if he hits, it's a bonus.
Up the middle. Gio got a piece of it. Sounded like maybe it was leather. Turner's going to throw to third. No chance. The hitter does stay at first. So it's a corner situation for the Rockies with one out.
Well, it seems like the last 3 or 4 starts. Look out, Gio. Gio's had trouble with the shutdown inning. It seems like his ball club scores some runs and then he gives them right back. And it's been pretty consistent. I want to say the last 3 starts. The runs he's given up have come right after his ball club has scored.
Yep. It happened a lot in his last start, the 7-6 loss at Atlanta, when he got run support but did not manage to make it through 6 innings. Here's Daniel Descalso, lefty-lefty matchup contact guy. And he's just trying to hit the ball past the mound somewhere, get an RBI, and tie the game. Well, he's only hit into 1 double play this year.
I say if he hits it past the mound, he better run fast.
Foul tip. Oh, and actually 1-2. Pardon me, 1-1. That's a great slide to his left by Jose Lobaton. Everything he does back there is textbook.
Second day off in a row for Wilson. Dusty's saying he just wants to give his catcher a breather. I think he wants to see Gio and Jose Lobaton back together again.
Day game tomorrow. Day game Sunday. 2-1 pitch.
See if he goes that big sweeping curveball here. He's got a pitch to fool around with.
That ball's pretty well hit out to left center. Turner after it. Edge of the track to grab it. Rayburn scores easily. Just like that, the game's tied.
A nice at-bat by Daniel Descalso. We showed you his numbers with runners in scoring position. He's always been clutch.
Christian Adames, the shortstop. perfect location with the heater.
Perfect frame, too.
Yeah, the Nats got Gio 4 in the third at Atlanta Sunday. Braves got 3 in the bottom of the inning. Nats scored in the 6th. Braves answered. And then they eventually got the walk-off homer by Jace Peterson late. Trey Turner toward the gap in right center. Harper shaded toward the right field line. Gio keeps the ball away with another breaker, and it's 2-2.
Trying to make his best pitch here. He's got a young pitcher on deck that hasn't checked in yet as a big leaguer, at least this year.
That's a good looking changeup. So Gio gives up a run on 2 hits and a sac fly. Espinosa, Lobaton, and then Gonzalez with the bats. 1-1 early, game 1 against the Rockies. Thirty-one pitches, 20 strikes so far. 1-1 ball game. Check in with Volkswagen. A moment in history from 2002. First 7 seasons in the big leagues. Third to do it. Ted Williams and Earl Combs. Anytime you're in a sentence with Teddy Ballgame, the splendid splinter, you've done something historic and very significant.
That random fact was brought to you by Volkswagen.
Some guys in this game who will score 100 runs this year: Arenado, Blackman, LeMahieu, maybe Anthony Rendon. Danny Espinosa had a good 4 nights against the Orioles. 5 for 15, couple of homers, 3 RBIs. Shift on.
Once again, a third baseman playing in on Danny. I don't think he's laid one down to third all year.
He's going to be called out. Mark Wegner's going to say the ball hit him while he was out of the batter's box. It'll be 2 unassisted on the bunt.
It did. He was running out of there, and the ball popped up off the dirt and hit him out of the box. And if the ball hits you out of the box, you're out. And it got him right on the leg right there. I think it hit his hand first, then his leg. And no argument from Espinosa, and a good call by Mark Wegner.
Here's Lobaton. One for 3, opposite field double last night. And that's outside. Got his batting average up to 200, 15 for 75. Playing in his 29th game. Pretty good rip.
I like the 2 nights off for Wilson Ramos. 1 night off as a player does you nothing. I mean, it's just kind of like weird. You sit there and you're used to playing. When you're a grinder and you're in there every day, it's just weird. But 2 nights where you can just mentally check out, at least for the first 6 or 7 innings, helps you upstairs and it helps your body physically. Felipe Alou was a big believer in giving his horses 2 days off, not just 1. Sometimes he'd do it into an off day or after an off day.
Yeah, you bring up a great point because you hardly ever see a starter get 2 games off in a row. Lobaton to left. That's Ryan Rayburn. 2 outs. Gio is next.
Well, there's a party and Budweiser's going to be there, and they're going to call it the Budweiser Music Party. Go figure. It's Monday, September 5th, Nats Park, 1:30 to 3:30. Joe Bachman Turner Overdrive is going to be there in a mechanical bull, and you can rope something. Tickets start at $20 and include a ticket to the Nats. I told you to read this one today. Nats Braves game, concert admission, and 1 Budweiser, Bud Light, or soda. Visit nationals.com/budmusic for tickets and details.
Bring your IDs. Gio this year, 5 hits and RBI.
Scared him with the first swing into a curveball. Maybe a slider.
Yeah, Gio's aired out some swings lately. And up and in for the strikeout. 4 straight. 9-pitch inning for Jeff Hoffman. So we are tied early. The pitcher leads off for the Rockies. Straight ahead from hot Nationals Park. Cardulo coming up for Colorado, and you have insight. You know how to handle your finances with confidence. And we check in on Lucas Giolito, who is a definite candidate to be back in the big leagues this weekend. So 21 starts this season combined. Looking at a winning record, ERA coming down some. He's over 100 innings pitched on the year. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you.
He's ready. Call him up.
A.J. Cole tomorrow against Jorge De La Rosa. Nats haven't officially announced Sunday starter. Dusty said he will tomorrow. Jeff Hoffman 0 for 1 as a big league hitter, making his second start.
Oh, he's going leg kick. He's got the skinny jeans on too. I've been noticing. It's the 90s pants. That's the way the guys used to have them in the 90s, as tight as possible. They were like sprinters tights. You know, big league ball players get their unis tailored. You can get them however you want. In the 90s, we would have the seamstress come in and just as tight as you can get them, please. And I don't know why, it just was the cool thing in the 90s. But Jeff Hoffman's bringing the 90s back.
Yeah, you're starting to remind me of the days of the old double knit uniforms that were even before that.
Then in the early 2000s, the baggy look. I think Manny Ramirez started that whole thing in Cleveland with the baggy pants look, and then that kind of took over. And then you started wearing the pants over your shoe and not showing any sock at all. Kind of how Gio's got them.
2-2. Taking a pretty good hack. Hoffman played at East Carolina University down in Greenville. He's from Latham, New York, out of Shaker High School.
Supposed to be a top 3 pick of the draft in 2014, but then he had Tommy John surgery in April towards UCL, and the Blue Jays stuck with him.
3-2 pitch. Pretty good at bat. Saw some pitches, hustles to first. Ryan Zimmerman takes care, and Ryan has retired unassisted. The first 3 leadoff hitters tonight. So tomorrow we've got a 1 o'clock sizzler in town. Hydrate, bring your ball cap, stay cool as best you can. A.J. Cole and 8-7 Jorge De La Rosa. And we'll find out tomorrow officially who's pitching against Chad Bettis. From there, the Nats go to New York, or actually Philly first for 3. Day off next Thursday, and then Citi Field. A.J. Cole soaking it in from Max Scherzer. After what we saw last night, that's the guy to hang out with.
Yeah, whatever he's telling you, A.J., listen.
And A.J. impressed us with his fearless pitching in Baltimore Monday night.
I talked to Dusty the other day, and I mean, Max is talking baseball the whole game. That's all he does, up and down the dugout, talking baseball with whoever. He eats, drinks, and sleeps it, even on the days he's not pitching.
This one to the right side off the bat of Blackman, and he's 0 for 2 against Gio with a pair of ground balls.
Well, how good was Max last night? He was perfect game good. He had given up just 1 hit. It was a double by Adam Jones, and then the reverse play where he got stuck in reverse and still made the play. And then he said after the game that when Mark Trumbo got a base hit and the Orioles fans cheered, it really ticked him off. And you saw the emotion right there. He didn't like what he was hearing at Nats Park, and he took it into his own hands.
Swing and a miss. Gio throws it by Steven Cardullo, who lined out to center first time. What a line last night for Max Scherzer. 95 pitches, 72 strikes. What a ratio. I had the thought last night that if he's facing anybody but Baltimore, or maybe a Colorado or the Cubs, maybe he does make history in a game like last night. Those are ball clubs that could get a couple of hits off you here and there.
Well, you know, I know what you're saying, and it's a good point. But in my opinion, he steps up to the big teams. You know, he takes it to that next level, and the emotion comes out against the Tigers, the Orioles, you know, St. Louis, where he's from.
Great pitch by Gio, and he gets a nice 0 on the board after a couple of hits and a run in the second. So it'll be Turner, Worth, and Murphy. Gio Gonzalez on his game, 3 Ks through 3.
smile, you're in the Ring of Honor. And it's Friday, providing innovative high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Smile! It's Friday. You're at the ballpark. You're taking selfies. I love it.
If we had an upper deck in left field, that's where that name would have gone because of what Frank used to do at RFK, dead center, right center, left field. But he's down there in the right field corner. Frank Howard, not too far to the right of Frank Robinson in the Nationals Ring of Honor. What a career. And a delightful man. I hope you enjoyed his interview at the end of Nats Extra, plus some things he had to say on the air, on the field. So 7 seasons here, 237 home runs out of his 382. By the way, Ryan Zimmerman has 213. 4 All-Star games for Frank. Led the American League in home runs twice, 44 in 68 and 70. And 1968, remember that? The year of the pitcher. Nobody was hitting 44 homers back then. That was the year that got the pitcher's mound lowered and all that stuff. And Frank Howard kept hitting home runs.
And all those numbers are awesome, but when you meet him, he's a nicer guy than he was a good player.
Turner pulling one on a pitch away, and that forces a Rockies defensive mistake as Adames throws it away. We'll see how they rule the front end of the play. With Turner screaming to first, we know there will at least be an error on the throw.
I think he beats this or close to it. He kind of slowed down at the end because I think he was thinking of he might run into Cardullo at first. So going away, too many steps. He tries to get rid of it, but I think if that throws on the money, he's safe. That has to be a hit and an error. It is a hit. I don't see the error yet, but I do see the hit. There it is, a hit and an error.
So Adames with his 3rd error of the year. Trey Turner with another base hit. Speed forcing mistakes. It's a beautiful thing to watch, unless you're wearing a glove. Here's Jason Worth. Who's now homered in 2 of his last 4 at-bats and hit safely in 3 of those. Don't forget, he was part of that rally last night in the 8th inning that nailed down that ball game. A single after Turner's, and then before Murphy's RBI double, and then Harper's 2-run double that put the icing on the shutout cake last night.
I think you might be looking at the National League Player of the Month right there. The Nats have had 2 already, Murph twice and Bryce. Trey Turner's got a good chance for August.
He's going to be the Rookie of the Month, I would think. That is a vote, too, for position players.
He'll get that. I think he's going to be the Player of the Month.
Jason Worth taking great cuts. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we have a vote. I'm voting for him. I don't care what anybody thinks. He has totally changed the dynamic of this ball club and is making it look real easy.
Nobody out. Turner at second. They got to keep an eye on him. They do. And the ball is off the glove of Descalso. And Trey Turner is going to force another error on the Rockies.
He just makes everybody freak out. Yeah, we talk about the mental portion of it and how he runs fast. You got to keep him close. I'm going to tag him real fast. Oh, took my eye off it. There's another free 90 feet. So he earned the first 90. The second 90 was given to him, and now the third 90 is given to him.
Yeah, that wasn't a great throw, but it was catchable. So Descalso gets the error. Just like that, Trey Turner's on 3rd with a little league triple of sorts.
Well, that's when I say game changer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This, what you've just seen in this plate appearance.
Disrupting things. The game changes when he gets on. Now Jason looking for RBI number 58. He was trying to make it 3-1. The count's 1-2.
He makes everybody tight on defense because of his speed, and Imagine in October when everyone's going to be real tight already.
Worth stays alive. One, two again. Worth stays alive. Let's go inside the numbers, brought to you by PNC Bank. Most runs per game this month, and the Nationals even more than the leading run scoring team in the league, the Rockies.
Well, I think the guy on third's the main reason for that stat you're looking at right now.
Yeah, he's the fuel. Worth getting the count back even.
He's on a tater tear.
Did he go? Umpire said no. So he's coming back. It's ball 3. So Jason Worth maybe thought he swung, took off, and the umpire says no swing. You hardly ever see that.
He just basically admitted guilt. This is, I'm so guilty I went. Or he's just being a smart baseball player, not waiting for the call.
I have a feeling Todd Hundley maybe didn't want to throw that ball because he didn't know what Turner might do at third. Three-two. And Worth will gash it to Arenado with a backhand grab. 1 out.
Don't hit it to that guy. Another good at bat by Jason Worth. A bullet, but Nolan Arenado's light on his feet, quick as a cat, has soft hands and a good arm. That's why he's won 3 Gold Gloves and probably going to win 4. Taking a double away from Jason Worth and an RBI and keeping this game tied at 1.
Now the infield in with 1 out. Murphy fly ball to left first time. So Hoffman worked him away. That fly ball would drive in a run here if they pitch him the same. First pitch misses, down and in. Daniel Murphy making that climb to 100. He's 4 away with 5 weeks of the season remaining, 5 plus.
Man, this at-bat's a resume builder for his MVP case.
Yeah. Only Gene Segura, Corey Seager have more hits in the National League than Murphy, who has 156. Off speed, chopper, fair ball. Turner too fast. He just comes home on what some would have a routine play. The Nats take the lead.
Do you think that he says beep beep to himself when he runs real quick? I mean, I just looked up and he was already across the plate. Steven Cardullo had no chance. Watch him walking down and he just keeps the momentum. That's textbook contact play for younger players. I mean, you want to walk into your lead and get your momentum going toward the plate. If the ball goes through the strike zone, you stick your right foot in the ground, you hustle back to third. If the ball's in the zone, you see the down angle, you just continue with your momentum going home. That was textbook. You can't teach it any better than Trey Turner just did.
Here's Bryce swinging away on the first pitch. Up the middle. In between on the shift. And a good play by the shortstop Adames to get Bryce. Nats will pick up an unearned run, but Turner sure earned it with his speed, forcing Colorado mistakes.
Contact play by Trey Turner. So here's Trey Turner. He's looking for down angle off the bat of Daniel Murphy. But watch the momentum, how he walks into the lead, and then it's going right toward the plate, and he sees the ball down angle off Murphy's bat, and he just continues. So many times as a runner on third, you'll see big leaguers shuffle into a stop, and then they have to start their momentum again, and it's too late. They don't get a good jump going home. Trey Turner simply walked right through the play. If the ball goes past the hitter, it's all you do is stick your foot in the ground and hustle back to third base. But that is textbook. Somebody coached Trey Turner along the way in base running in the contact play. They did a heck of a job. You don't see that often at the major league level. Base running, I think, is the most neglected aspect way up here in the big leagues.
I absolutely agree with you, and it's just something that not many are executing well at this level anymore. And by the way, Daniel Murphy says, thanks, Trey. 97 RBIs.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see guys kind of walk, they'll shuffle and hop, they'll stop, and then the ball's down, and then they go, they're out at home. Just walk into it. Start with a short lead and extend walking, and then your weight and your momentum's going toward home.
1-1 to Nolan Arenado. Gio got ahead, struck him out on a high fastball first time. It's a big curveball. Way off the line, Zimmerman. Gio to the bag. Well played for the first out. Fourth inning, and Ryan Zimmerman has had 4 straight leadoff guys hit him the ball. Gonzalez and Rayburn the next 2.
Calling all Terps and Hoyas, Tuesday, September 13th is College Rivalry Day at the ballpark. Those mascots are going to go till 1 can't go anymore. With the purchase of a special ticket, you can enjoy pre-game activities, get a reusable Nats acrylic cup, Maryland or Georgetown colors before the Nats take on the rival, the New York Mets. 7:05 start. Visit nationals.com/College Rivalry Day for tickets.
Here's Cargo. Leading off the second, ground ball to, you guessed it, Ryan Zimmerman. Gio has 5 ground ball outs of the 10 so far. 3 strikeouts. And a 1-1 pitch. Close enough. Gio thought he had a strike.
Check out Cargo. He's the opposite of Daniel Murphy. He's way off the plate, and he dives in. Look how far off the plate he is.
He's been a Rocky since '09. Obtained from Oakland in a 4-player deal that involved Matt Holliday and Houston Street back in November of '08. Started his career with Oakland. That ball is drilled left center. And Jason Worth will run it down right in front of the 377 mark. So you talked about driving the ball as a veteran player. He's also playing some of the best defense we've ever seen him come up with.
Start calling him Ponce de Leon, the fountain of youth. How far he went for that ball, not a problem. He's playing like the number on his back is his age. Big bombs, lots of range. Cargo frustrated, but you saw him cover the outside portion of the plate. Nice play by Jason Worth.
Yeah. We're not in Denver. Those stay in the yard.
Good call.
Rayburn based it up the middle first time. He's the one guy Gio's had problems with. They know each other well from the American League. Rayburn a good part of his career with the Tigers. And Cleveland with that base hit back in the second. He's 8 for 15 career against the Nats lefty. 2-0 pitch. Gets away from Lobaton, 3-0.
Looking for that shutdown inning. It's been elusive lately.
Out to right center. Turner a long way to go. Can't get there. And Rayburn continues his mastery of Gio Gonzalez. He's at second base with a 2-out double, 4th inning. That's crazy. 9 for 16 career. Mercedes-Benz will track the pitch.
So in Gio's last 4 starts, including tonight, the Nats have scored in 6 innings. And the opponents have scored right back in those same innings in all 6. So to your point about the shutdown inning, you talked about his last start. Well, it's been the last 4 starts, including tonight.
Still has a chance to get that 0 on the board here. Nick Hundley drove one up the middle first time. Gio got a glove on it. Made its way into center. Rayburn went to third after a single. Scored on a Descalso sac fly. Curveball in the dirt. Ball 1. By the way, both the Mets and the Marlins playing at home have 2-0 leads in their ball games. The 1-0 pitch. That ball slammed to left. It took off on Worth, and he can't get near it. A pair of 2-out doubles, and the Rockies answer again. That was a rocket.
I mean, you have to think it's in his head right now. He throws a changeup right here and leaves it right out over the middle. And Nick Hundley drives it over Jason Worth's head. So a little 2-out rally here by the Rockies. Nobody on, 2 outs, double, tie ball game.
Yeah, 3 well-hit balls in a row. 2 outs, Descalso. He hit one out to left center for a sac fly first time. Hitting it well the other way. Curveball, and that's wickedly spinning on Lobaton. Wild pitch, putting Hundley on third.
That's almost shot into the Rockies dugout, just about a 59-footer. But in the other batter's box, Jose Lobaton trying to get over there.
Two and one. Ball three.
Well, Descalso's in the driver's seat right here because after that curveball that went 58 feet, he knows he's not getting that. So he's sitting dead red. And if you can execute the curveball, you have a chance here. But I don't know if they're going to go to it again. But he kind of painted himself into a corner with the runner on third.
Gets a strike called there. Two-two ball game, top of the fourth. Rockies looking for a two-out hit. And that is right in there. Descalso was not expecting another curveball. Gio, fourth strikeout of the night at the fourth inning of Nationals baseball. Brought to you by the RAV4 Hybrid all-wheel drive and unexpected performance. Visit buyatoyota.com tonight. Could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Look at tall Tom Jefferson pulling away. A legit race tonight. No shenanigans. No stall pieces. Just racing. George, Tom, number 11. Abe, 15. Teddy leading. Come on, Bill. Herbie, what's up?
Teddy's in a contract here. He's getting
Obviously,
after it.
He's a free agent.
Did they get anything for winning that thing? Is there like a big golden head they get or something?
A whole weekend out of that suit.
Huge, stinky golden head.
Bottom of the fourth, Rendon, Zimmerman, Espinoza. I got to tell you, though, after watching the president's races all these years in D.C., all the other ones around the league just, I mean, we see toothbrushes racing and tools and taxi cabs on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I mean, the sausage race in Milwaukee is the original one in this league.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I don't know.
Yeah. Sausage race is the only one that can compare. Progy's not bad in Pittsburgh.
Rendon gashes one foul.
But the sea creature one in Florida is highly questionable.
Yeah. I do like Bob the Blue Lobster. We got a winning tradition going on down there. He takes him a lot of those races.
The Tool race in Atlanta is named perfectly.
Well, we get to see that again and the sea creatures in Miami soon. That's fair. Rendon hoping it gets down into the deep corner, and it will, where Rayburn will have to dig it out. And Anthony Rendon is on twice tonight. Doubles are piling up, 33rd of the year. He's in the top 7 in the league in that stat.
And he leads all National League third basemen in doubles, and he just hit it by a guy that's tough to hit it by. So a leadoff double in the 4th. Look at him pull those hands in, get to the inside pitch. And just kind of muscle that by Nolan Arenado. And now Ryan Zimmerman trying to get him at least to third base.
Anthony Rendon has 51 extra base hits now. Continues his great hitting. Ryan Zimmerman ground balled the 3rd first time. And he's thinking the opposite of that. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
Anthony Rendon's having one of those under the radar sneaky good seasons. And I think that's just how he wants it. He just cares about winning, not his numbers.
Right. Ryan sees it low, 2-0. Hoffman first big league start, 4 innings, 7 hits, all resulting in runs, 6 earned, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Ryan Zimmerman was all in on a 2-0.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to move Anthony Rendon right there. He's trying to move himself and score and hit a homer. There was no get him over to the right side swing right there in a 2-0 count. Trying to do some damage.
Two and one. That ball's hit hard. Extremely hard. Rendon had to hold up to make sure Descalso couldn't get it. And Ryan Zimmerman kills one up the middle. First and third, nobody out. So that's 5 out of 7 games back from the DL with at least 1 hit.
And Nissan will show you a bolt to the right side. So nice piece of hitting by Ryan. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and I want to know the exit velocity there because that ball was ripped. Good base running by Rendon. He had to hold just in case Descalso dives and catches that. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Nats in business here in the 4th.
Espinosa, Lobaton, lefties, the next 2. Trying to grab that lead back.
105 miles an hour on the line drive.
Espinosa out on a bunt attempt first time. When he left the batter's box after laying one down, it came up and hit him.
And Hoffman missing with that changeup, kind of what I was talking about with Gio and the curveball. If they're running on third, you kind of paint yourself into a corner as a pitcher when you're not throwing your secondary pitches for strikes. If you're Danny right now, you're all in on a fastball here, 1-0.
Two-two ball game. Rockies will trade a run for a ground ball right at somebody.
Good take.
And he's falling behind consistently here, middle of the game. Well inside, 3-0.
Say green light, you get a fastball, hit number 21.
Yeah, Danny, one home run away from tying his career high.
Matthew Rendon hungry at third, eating his jersey.
Four-pitch walk, bases loaded. Jose Lobaton coming in. First walk issued by Hoffman tonight, who's been, as we've noted, behind a number of hitters.
Well, this is where Jose Lobaton has to get the job done with Gio on deck. Even though the base is loaded, nobody out. It obviously gets a little easier for Hoffman if he retires Lobaton without a run scoring. So pressure on Jose right here to get the job done.
Yeah, and a correction. He did walk with 2 outs. Anthony Rendon back in the first. Lobaton fly ball to left, first time up. First pitch swinging over by the dugout and just far enough.
Close. Get another chance.
It's been a while because he was on the DL, but Lobaton coming into this one, last 8 starts, 7 hits, 3 RBIs, 3 home runs. Hard hit. So the Rockies will get their double play ball. The Nats will take the lead, no RBI, as Rendon scores. 3-2 Washington. Ball hit well.
Not what Jose had in mind, but he got the run in and he hit it hard, like you said. Can't steer it out there. Just put a good swing on it, see what happens. See if Gio can help himself out right here with 2 outs.
First pitch, right side. Rookie Steven Cordulo, and a little slip at the end of that. The Nats pick up a run. Now they'll see if Gio can shut down the Rockies in the 5th.
Cox Game Summary is brought to you by Cox's new Contour. Get right to the good stuff. 3-2 Nats. Gio looking for a shutdown inning here in the top of the 5th. He wants to win his 100th career game.
Yeah, teammates giving him chances to do that. See how it goes here. 8-9-1 for Colorado, the shortstop. Christian Adames, then Jeff Hoffman, the pitcher. Charlie Blackmon. Gio threw 4 innings, 65 pitches, 40 strikes. One ball, one strike. And on a breaking ball, chopper left side. Great crowd. Guessing 35,000 or so. Had great crowds for the Baltimore series. 39,100 Wednesday, 39,722 last night. Boy, did they see a classic.
So what's the or so mean? Does that give you like 2,000-3,000 leeway either way?
Yeah, I think that gives me from 33,500 to 36,500.
Yeah, so 35,000
or so.
Or so. I like that. I'm going to start saying or so after everything I say.
I feel strongly both ways.
That was a ball in the dirt by Gio or so.
2-2. Definitely.
Somebody on Twitter last night said you should call the safe out calls allegedly now.
Swing and a miss on a big curveball. Well, remember last night, or on one of those, I said the call is safe, but we don't know if the runner is.
Yeah. It's very clever, Bob. Mercedes on a strikeout.
When every word is being scrutinized, you tend to get that way.
78-mile-an-hour curveball or so for strike 3. Could have been 73, could have been 84.
Here's the pitcher, Hoffman.
Or so. Good at bat last time up.
Hits it sharply for the second time. Danny Espinosa here. So as the Rockies go to the top of the order, we'll see how Gio fares with 2 outs, bases empty.
This is a nice crowd here. Turn into a beautiful night for baseball.
91 at game time.
Still 90. No, 86. My phone changed. 86 or so. See the times through the lineup. It's a big fan. Big Nats fan in the dugout. A couple of Nats fans in the dugout.
That's high tech right there. That thing's spewing out some real cold air. Highs projected 91 tomorrow and 91 Sunday.
It's a Rockies fan. A couple of Rockies fans made the trip.
Chopper. Now that's a shutdown inning. 1, 2, 3. A strikeout. Couple of ground balls. Fans love it. 3-2 Nats. Brought to you by T-Mobile. First off, it's pitching. Cole Hamels, since Texas got him last year, has been very impressive. 21-8, 38 starts. Houston Street, season over. Tough luck. Knee surgery. Hope he's okay. He's been around a long time doing great work in the bullpen. And Joey Votto putting up historic numbers. 444, 37 games since the break. Since over 100 years ago, the best number ever, Ted Williams, after the 57 All-Star break, hit 453. Joey Votto, an on-base and hitting machine for the Reds.
Cole Hamels is 14-4 for the Rangers this year with a 2.67.
American League has suited him just fine. That's a ball club that'll give you some run support too. Trey Turner, his game on full display last time up, with an infield hit, second on the error by the shortstop, third on an error by the second baseman dropping a pickoff throw, and then scoring on a one bouncer from Murphy to the first baseman. 0-2. And that is something you don't see very often. Trey Turner down on 3 pitches. Jason Worth got the offense started tonight.
18th Tater curveball and right down Broadway. And that was an 0-2 pitch, believe it or not, even though it was the 4th pitch in the sequence. He fouled a few off. Home run number 18. Lined out to third last time up, so he's hit the ball right on the nose twice in this one. He is swinging hard, not getting cheated. I don't know that I've ever seen Jason Worth swing this hard and be this aggressive in 6 years as a Nat.
This ball will get out of play to the right side.
Hey fans, remember our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every home run a Nats player hits this season, so keep them coming. It's for a wonderful cause. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. Do you remember Jason's first year as a Nat in 2011 when we couldn't get him to swing? He was taking so many pitches, and now he's up there just letting it fly.
Look like it taken, it is. He had 232 that year, but the on-base percentage was 100 points higher. And he did damage 20 homers, 58 RBIs.
I think his patient nature that year really stood out because everybody else around him hacked. So when you go up there taking pitches and walk a lot, it looks weird when the other 7 guys are swinging from their heels at everything they see.
He walked 74 times that year, 61 already here. Two with 1 out. Breaking ball reaches out and flies to left. Rayburn had to make an adjustment. Ball was up there and a little deeper than he initially thought. So Murphy will hit with 2 outs. Nats Plus members and season plan holders, the Nationals postseason and renewal process has begun, and you're down to the final 5 days. The deadline to purchase your postseason strips is August 31st, and if you renew for next year by that same date, you'll receive an extra opportunity to buy postseason tickets. Log into your Nationals Access account, contact your account rep, or email ticketinfo@nationals.com. Murphy fly ball to left, RBI ground ball to first.
The grand slam the other night was on a 2-0 pitch.
By the way, career high in RBI, 78 3 years ago, obliterating that. 73 last year. Way inside, 3-1.
Starting to lock in.
Three-two. Murphy to right center. Carrying to the scoreboard. See you later. Homer number 25. RBI number 98.
Chris Heisey at the end of this, as per usual. Stephen Drew tonight, all right. I mean, these are becoming really, really lofty numbers. 25 and 98, and it's not even September yet. I mean, he has a chance of driving 120, hit 30.
Here's Bryce, 1 for 2 with a double.
When the Nats signed Daniel Murphy, you're thinking, okay, solid 300 hitter. He might hit 15, drive in about 70 if he has a really good season. I mean, you didn't see 350, 30, and 120 coming, did you?
Never.
And if you did, let's go to Vegas. Daniel Murphy is making a case for National League MVP, folks. Chris Bryant might be the leader in the clubhouse right now, but there's still a month to go of baseball. And I always said MVPs and the hardware is won in September. So whoever has the best September, in my mind, between the third baseman in this game, Daniel Murphy, and Chris Bryant's going to win it.
Harper to left center. It's tailing back to Rayburn. But the Nationals pick up another run. They've scored in 4 of the first 5 innings. And for Daniel Murphy, the litany of numbers: 25 homers, 98 RBIs, 67th extra base hit, 15 feet over that scoreboard and way beyond.
Run of the year, Nissan is going to show you the tater. And the secondary pitches for Jeff Hoffman tonight have been the issue. His fastball's been nice, but the slider change combination hasn't. Well, something that will develop with time, but we have to get that ball for Daniel Murphy. That was his 500th career RBI.
Quite a way to get it.
And I think Murph wants it, and we're looking for it. I got my binoculars out. I think the guy with the tablecloth as a shirt caught it. But we can't see him holding it. That has to be negotiated. I mean, that's a big RBI.
Right in there, it's Stephen Cordulo, his third big league at bat. '87 career homers for Murphy now. And then Gio walks the leadoff man. Rookie's on for the first time in his big league career.
Oh, show it to me again. Why not? Just kind of a hanger right out over the middle, and he doesn't miss mistakes, folks. And who caught it? Where did it go? Wait. And that was once they showed 500 career RBIs on the scoreboard. Little tip of the cap. Trey Turner going nuts, as you think a rookie would. Stick with the kid. Someday you'll have 500. It's a big
Might have
number.
500 steals to go with it.
Yeah, by the end of September.
Well, 2-run Nats lead, but Gio just walked a batter in front of Nolan Arenado.
Well, let the negotiations begin. No, that's a beer guy. I thought that was a security guy trying to get the ball.
That's a big out. Right side, Ryan Zimmerman the call. Arenado for the first out, 6th inning. Gonzalez and Rayburn the next two. Rockies box score. Take a look at this second. 1-out hits by Rayburn and Hundley back-to-back. Descalso a sac fly. That's right after the Nats had taken the lead. And then after Washington led 2-1 in the 4th, the Rockies came up. And with 2 outs, Rayburn, Hundley back-to-back doubles to tie it again. The Nationals 2 unanswered runs since then. And Gio telling that fastball well off the plate. Carlos Gonzalez can't get to it.
You know, that guy's got the right idea. If you go to a big league game and catch a homer, you should have to buy beers for your whole section. You know, kind of like the hole-in-one thing. And there we go. We're trying to find it. I think the guy across has it, actually.
Slow roller. Not slow on the pivot. Danny Espinosa with a 4.63 from Daniel Murphy. 2 ground ball outs for Gio in the top of the 6th inning. So after the leadoff walk, no problem. The Nats by 2. Presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. To the bottom of the 6th. Gio Gonzalez, a couple of zeros on the board. Now that the Nats have a 2-run lead. So the Worth homer in the first inning. Harper a double back then. Unearned run because of Turner's infield hit and his speed in the third. The RBI grounder Murphy. Double play ball by Lobaton sent Rendon home in the 4th. Murphy, number 25, and RBI number 500 in the 5th. And by the way, the Nats were in a bit of a shift on cargo there. That was a 6-5-3 double play with Rendon right in the middle of it with Danny Espinosa. Rendon, a walk, a double, a run. It's okay to catch a breaking ball after it bounces and hits the catcher.
And throw it away. I guess you're wondering, we think some little girl ended up with the ball out there and they found her and took her to wherever she's going to get some good stuff for that ball.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the girl that had it right there.
She doesn't seem too worried about things. Rendon takes one away. Padres just dropped a 4th spot on the Marlins. 4th inning in Miami, 4-2 San Diego. Mets just put a 4th spot on the Phillies and lead 6-1 5th inning. Up and in to Anthony Rendon. Great at bat to lead off the inning. Rendon's 2nd walk of the night. 3rd by Hoffman, and Anthony's on for the 3rd time. Highest career average against the Rockies from active players with a minimum 150 ABs, and Ryan Zimmerman's on a list with Cabrera, Holiday, Buster, and Giancarlo. Of course, Miguel Cabrera doesn't see the Rockies as often as those National League teams do, but he'll do plenty of damage no matter how much he faces you. Some of those numbers go back to his Florida days. So Zimmerman 1 for 2. A loud base hit up the middle last time.
He's due for a tater too.
13 on the year. Last one at Atlanta.
First pitch he saw coming off the DL, low liner to left. See you later.
Yeah, Tyrell Jenkins barely had time to turn around and watch that one. It's Matt Caracetti for the Rockies. The bullpen dragging coming out of that series at Milwaukee when things didn't go well. Coda Glover for the Nats. Gio's at 85 pitches. Should have some bullets left. The pitcher would bat 5th in this inning if it gets down that far. And Gio's gone at least 6 for the 17th time this year. Ryan Zimmerman, the front door breaking ball, and it came back just enough. 1 out. Espinosa 0 for 1 with a walk.
Dusty Baker was telling me the other day that he met some lady around town that told him that because you give your players days off and they do so well, we decided to tell our boss and write to him and say, hey, we want the same thing. We think we'd be more productive, just like Dusty's players, if we had some days off once in a while. And she was dead serious. Dusty was laughing while he was telling me the story.
Up the middle. And the Rockies trying to turn a very interesting double play with Adames actually feeding Descalso straight ahead of him. They will get the 6-4.
Pretty close at first. I don't see Walt Weiss moving around the dugout down there. Yeah, tricky hop for Adames, and then Descalso has to change direction. Steven Cardullo kind of sold the call at first base, didn't he? Came off quick, but Espinosa beat it. Yeah, but when you think about it, it's not a bad idea, right? You know, you give some people some days off, maybe they come back a little more energetic and are more productive no matter what you do.
I think it's a great concept.
I think everybody at home right now listening is all for it.
Even you bosses.
Come back fired up, ready to go. Get twice the work done the next day. It's all happy around the coffee pot. I think it's a good idea, as long as you get paid for it.
Ball 1 to Jose Lobaton. You know, you gather enough signatures.
Yeah.
Still time to get on the ballot.
I mean, every day's a day off for us. We get to come to a ballpark and watch baseball and talk about it, but I think it's a novel idea. You know, you've worked 20 weekdays in a row. You need a day off or two. We'll see you on Thursday. But you better be ready to go on Thursday.
Lobaton takes ball 3. Gio standing on deck. He's been known to talk to Mark Lerner when he's on deck. Other fans around that area down there.
The stone wall.
So that pitch was skipping into the dirt, and Lobaton a check swing for strike 1.
He was so all in on the green light 3-0 that he couldn't hold back even though the ball was in the dirt.
On 3-1, he will take the walk, and Gio will bat with 2 men aboard. So Jose Lobaton gives the Nats a chance to at least turn over the lineup, and now Gio will be pinch hit 4.
That walk right there was $50 Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes that to support Girls on the Run DC for every Nats walk. They've drawn 442 for 22 grand plus $100. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. And look who's hitting. Gio's night is over, and Wilmer Defoe is going to try to keep the line moving.
So Gio will go 6. 2 runs on 4 hits. Just the 1 walk last inning. That was erased with the double play ball. Struck out 5. Very efficient 85 pitches, 52 strikes. Defoe is a pinch hitter, 2 for 9, 3 RBIs. And he's a guy who can keep an inning alive with his speed as well.
I think Rockies pitching coach went out there, Steve Foster, to say he's swinging. See if they throw him a first pitch fastball. I'd be surprised. You never know, though.
So he takes the breaking pitch. Wilmer had an RBI pinch hit against the Rockies on Wednesday the 17th in that crazy 12-10 game. This one out to left center, but hanging up for Charlie Blackmon. The Nationals have stranded 5 tonight and into the late innings now. Big crowd having a great time. 4-2 Washington.
To win number 100 of his career. Did a nice job tonight. Went 6 innings, gave up just a couple of runs on 4 hits, struck out 5 Rockies, walked 1. Threw 85 pitches, 52 of those were strikes. Got the elusive shutdown inning and did a nice job. Probably still wants to be in this one, but he'll settle for a nice night. That's time for Toyota K's for Kids. The Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children and their families by making a $37 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season. Nice job, Gio Gonzalez.
Koda Glover made 1 appearance in the series at Colorado. A scoreless inning and a third. And for the Rockies, Ryan Rayburn, Nick Hundley, and Daniel Descalso, top of the 7th inning. And then hitting for Rayburn to go lefty-righty for the Rockies, it'll be their rookie outfielder, David Dahl. He was pretty hot when the Nats showed up. Been in the big leagues for a short time, did some damage. 0 for his last 8. And he will face Glover for the second time, 0 for 1 with a ground ball.
A big inning for Koda Glover. Dusty Baker showing a lot of confidence in the rookie 2-run game. He's got the 7th. And you'd think maybe matchups or Sean Kelly in the 8th and the big guy in the 9th. So we'll see how it goes. First things first. A big inning in the young career of Coda Glover, in my opinion.
Strike call, 1-2.
I mean, you show the manager you can do this, the 7th inning suddenly becomes yours.
Blew it right by him with 89. Ball having some movement on it. Mercedes tracks.
A slider right here, more of a cutter slider thing, 89. Didn't have tons of break, maybe acted more like a changeup than anything else for strike 3.
Here's Nick Hundley facing Glover for the first time. Now a right-hander, another one. Joining Caracetti, Jordan Lyles. Fastball up in the zone, 97. On the outer half, 0-2.
When Nick Hundley decided to take it, it was a ball, and then it came back late. A little swing back action to catch the corner.
There's that slider. Not a bad pitch to show on 0-2.
Yeah, pretty much fastball slider so far for Cota. He's got a curveball and a change too, but those are his 2 primary pitches.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Ball ripped, and that's foul. It looked like it hit fair and made a slight left turn. And Marty Foster all over that call. Not reviewable.
Pretty close. Real close looking at it from that angle. Let's see if they try that fastball away and try to run it back like they got strike 2 on Nick Hundley with. I think he's having trouble gripping the slider. A few of them have just spun up there. The fastball, though, has been real nice.
Two, and Hundley able to fight it off. Swing and a miss. 90 cutting away. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts.
Well, that might be the best pitch of his young career. I mean, the slider hasn't really been sliding. He got that one out front, really snapped it at the end, and there was some serious late break on it. And look at the angle that way. See that thing just take off? That was the best view of that. So a nasty slider for strike 3 and a couple of Ks here in the 7th for Coda Glover.
Daniel Descalso faces Glover first time. Soft bouncing ball right side. Zimmerman to circle behind it. On the run. Close. Out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Evidently, Walt Weiss looking in his dugout.
I don't think you can go through a Nats game without a Trey Turner highlight package. At least on all the national highlight reels, he's on it every night. Look at this one. Just stays in his glove barely, not a problem. Then a little simple ground ball to short turns into an adventure because of his speed. Christian Adames tried to get rid of it quick. And then the contact play, my favorite thing that Trey Turner's done all night. Great read at third base, great momentum, walking right into a run and getting Daniel Murphy an RBI. Trey Turner, in shocking news, having another good night.
Yeah, great baseball. Great stuff. 25-year-old right-hander Matt Carasetti, rookie. Nat saw him a little bit in Colorado, his 7th appearance, 8.53 ERA. And David Dahl stays into play left. Trey Turner 0 for 1 against Carasetti with a ground ball out there. First pitch off speed had Trey ahead.
Well, he's gearing up for the 94 that Carasetti usually features. He'll cut the fastball, changeup split as the out pitch.
Doubles up.
Trey Turner didn't see a fastball last time up and struck out, and he hasn't seen one yet here. Nick Hundley going to the off speed to get the Nats leadoff hitter out, at least trying.
Trey is 11 for his last 20. He'll pull that one left side. Can he beat it out? No contest. I mean, guys are shaking like leaves when he's running to first. And that could be another infield hit.
No, that's a hit. I mean, it's a hit all the way because he wasn't going to throw him out. That's why it's a hit. It didn't matter if he bobbles it here. He's safe all the way. I mean, a million different ways to get a hit when you're this fast. And it's not like he's an infield single waiting to happen. The guy can hit. He's got pop. He's got gap-to-gap power. Shoot you out of here on occasion. But when he hits it on the ground is when it really gets fun.
Worth. One time against Carasetti in Denver, Jason was hit by a pitch in that AB.
I mean, he's like Billy Hamilton, but can really hit.
Yeah.
He's going for number 16 soon. Getting a time from Davey Lopes. Just got the sign from Bob Henley. I would imagine Dusty Baker puts too many red lights on Trey Turner.
Holding. Fastball in there. Strike call to Jason. 1-1. He's hit the ball hard twice tonight. First inning homer over 410 to left field. Hard line drive backhanded by Arenado in the third. Fly ball to left in the fifth.
Jason wanted the time from the bench right there to know if Trey Turner's running. That was, never seen that before. You see Jason give the stopwatch sign to the bench? He wanted to know the time to see if Trey possibly is going to steal here based on the pitcher's delivery to the plate. His time. You know, if a guy's a 1-0 or a 1-1 and he's too quick, then Jason doesn't have to worry about Trey running. I don't think he'll take 2 strikes for Trey, though. Hitters rarely do that, if ever.
Two and one. Turner just a couple of steps towards second before pausing there. Murphy next. Boy, Turner on base. A guy who works the count. League's leading hitter on deck. No fun for pitchers when Turner leads off an inning like this.
He always gets a lean going towards second, so it always looks like he's going. He never changes. He doesn't tip it off. It's so key for a base stealer. You can't look like you're going all of a sudden. It's almost like a pitcher tipping off a changeup or a curveball. So you get in the same stance every time for younger players, and either always look like you're not going or always look like you're going, either one. But never vary your lead or your looks based on, I'm going to steal on this pitch, because there's about 4 coaches in the Rockies dugout looking at every move Trey Turner is doing right now to determine where they're going to throw over or pitch out.
2-2 now.
And there's scouting reports say he sinks down lower when he's going. He gets a shorter lead when he's going. But if you do the same thing every time, they can't get a scouting report on you.
Two.
He's been coached well somewhere along the line, whether it was in college, the Nats minor league system, or both.
There he goes. Pitch high, throw high. He's safe. He's going to third, and he's caused Colorado to make their 3rd error of the night. Stolen base number 16.
Is there a more exciting player in the major leagues right now than Trey Turner? If there is, please tell me. He didn't even get a good jump right here. He outran a bad jump. He still stole it easily. Hundley rushed the throw, went into right field. The Rockies have been rushing everything all night with Trey Turner. Speed kills, and what an exciting baseball player Trey Turner is.
Great job of getting up, finding the baseball.
He's the kind of guy you pay to see play baseball. I mean, you come to see guys like this play. It's exciting. And now he's going to do that whole walk down the line contact play again. We'll see with nobody out if they do it. Fun to watch. I mean, I heard he was good, Carp. I had no idea it was this good. This is another level thing we're watching.
So we had a pause there. Bob Henley walks away from Turner. Worth digs in for a 3-2 now. Infield all in. And that ball is blistered to left center. Turner scores. Worth for extra bases. His second of the night. The Nationals lead. The exciting Nationals lead. 5-2.
Who's younger, Trey Turner or Jason Worth? There's the patented bat flip. Watch it fly toward the dugout. Trey Turner tagging up just in case and then strolls home. Probably the slowest he's ever run on a baseball field. And Jason Worth with a double in his 58th RBI or 59th RBI.
Yeah, 58.
Can't read my own writing. Nonetheless, 5-2 Nats.
Murphy 2 RBIs, 1 for 3 with a homer. Way inside. He shouted out, maybe thinking that was going to hit him on the top of the foot.
You've been here a long time, Carp. You've seen a lot of baseball. Have you ever seen a Nats player change a game like Trey Turner? I know when Bryce Harper got called up in 2012, he had a lot of energy at his club, but just a legit game changer when he gets into the box.
Only other one that comes to mind, Alfonso Soriano in the 40-40 season. And that ball gets away. And the Nats are, as they said in that movie 42, discombobulating the man. Another mistake by the Rockies and Worth at third, nobody out.
And another RBI opportunity for Daniel Murphy without a hit. He doesn't have to get a hit to get RBI number 99. He's trying to be the 4th player in Nats history to drive in 100.
Yeah, his teammates are kind of forming a line and grabbing his hands and just pulling him to 100. He did it all himself last time. But Daniel getting some RBI here. And now number 99 is there for the taking with the infield in again on a 2-0 pitch.
A couple of close calls at his lower half here.
Spots the off speed, 3-0. Murphy didn't face Caracetti in the series at Colorado. Single, steal, error, double, wild pitch, nobody out. Not to mention Murphy, Harper, and Rendon lined up. 3-0 is in there. Inside, and Murphy will take the walk. Three consecutive base runners, and Steve Foster to the mound. Walt Weiss sensing a game slipping away here. Harper faces Caracetti for the first time. 1 for 3 with a double. Had a hit taken away and a good play by the shortstop back in the 3rd. Fly ball to left his last time.
This could be real loud if he gets a strike.
Pretty loud, very high, very deep, and off the top of the wall. Worth will score. Murphy coming around to score. Harper heading for third. Throw home, no sir. And the Nats lead 7-2 on a Bryce Harper triple. '72 RBIs for Harper.
Boy, he's heating up, and if he heats up, look out. And I don't know how this stayed in the ballpark, to be honest with you. I thought it was home run number 23 for Bryce, and he watched it for a while, too. He thought it was gone just like I did. And you don't see Charlie Blackmon miss too many. But he got, I think, lost him where he was. Jason Worth playing third base, coach. Look at everybody telling Daniel Murphy to get down. He just ignores them all. Bryce Harper's first triple this year, and shh, he's heating up, folks. Don't tell anybody. Try to keep it a secret for a little bit.
Nobody out still. Anthony Rendon's been on base 3 times. Rockies bullpen has another right-hander throwing. Rendon 2 walks are on a double and a run. Now he's looking to cash in RBI number 61. That's veteran Chad Qualls, who's just back from the DL. Single, double, walk, triple with a whole bunch of other fun stuff thrown in. Rendon to center. Certainly deep enough for a sac fly. And Charlie Blackmon not too far from where he was about a minute ago. Good job by Rendon. The Nationals lead 8-2.
Offense is cool. I mean, we should keep this a secret, right? Everybody at home, Bob, you and I. Don't tell anybody that Bryce is heating up. Just keep it under our hats for a little bit.
Zimmerman 1 for 3 tonight.
Kind of relaxing Gio on the bench too a little bit, you're thinking, right? 8-2 lead now, looking for number 100.
And then Coda Glover, who threw 14 pitches, might be out for another inning. Nats had the top of the order in this inning, so they might make it down to the number 9 spot, maybe not. Off speed, 0-2.
Excuse me, Carp. The thing about the whole walk thing with Bryce, if he heats up, and that's why I'm tongue-in-cheek saying don't tell anybody, is Anthony Rendon's hot behind him. You could always put Murphy behind him, and Wilson Ramos too. So I don't think you're going to see that intentional walk thing you saw early in the season, because now he's got some serious weapons that are poised to do damage behind him.
Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Danny Espinosa next. And he was walked by Caracetti in their only Colorado matchup.
This offense this inning's making Dusty sweat.
And yeah, he doesn't have to move around the dugout very much either. Kind of liking where he's sitting right now. 8 runs on 9 hits. Whoa, down goes Espinosa on a pitch heading for his right shoulder or beyond.
Yeah, I don't think there's any intention here. You watch Caracetti and his reaction. He threw a couple into Daniel Murphy, too. He's just having trouble getting that ball to the glove side in the strike zone.
Espinosa will pop it up left side. Just right now flying over the dugout on the top of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great crowd tonight, 33,433 or so. All right, that's it.
You covered yourself so nicely. Such a pro move. Coda Glover wants to get back out there. He's not rooting for outs, though. He wants some more runs, but he's ready.
Rockies have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the 8th. Tapper left side. Now the race is on. Espinosa wins it easily, and Danny is on for the 2nd time. Arenado covering lots of ground there, but too far to go.
Yeah, as soon as he has to start running toward his own dugout, Danny Espinosa is too fast. So checking in with the knock, nicely done. 0 for 2 into a 1 for 3. He'll take it, absolutely. And Nolan Arenado, the master of the bare hand, tries to make it an amazing play, but Espinosa clearly safe.
8th national to bat is Jose Lobaton. Now with the possibility that the Nats could hit for Glover. Mark Zepchinski is up in the right field bullpen. There's the Nats' new left-hander.
Zepchinski.
There is Coda Glover. We'll see how it all shakes out here. Lobaton 0 for 2, a walk last time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Padres have added a couple of more runs at Miami and lead 6-2, 6th inning. Nats 8 up on the Fish, 10 on the Mets. Lobaton to left. Ball carrying to David Dahl, who kind of played it off to the side there. Now that was a rally. That was exciting. The Nats pick up 4 in the 7th. Right after the Orioles the other night, he gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits, but he got through 7, 8 strikeouts, and we were impressed. Jorge De La Rosa against the Nats. In his career, 5-2, 11 starts. This year he's 8-7. Worth and Ramos both took him deep. Last time out, 12:30, Johnny and Ray Nats Extra tomorrow on Masson 2. Corda Glover, another inning. 14 pitches, 11 strikes. So here's Adames, the young shortstop. That'll even things up. Veteran outfielder Gerardo Parra on deck to hit for Matt Carasetti. Rockies are hoping that DJ LeMahieu will be back in their lineup tomorrow. He wore out the Nats at Coors Field. An offer, but no swing. Two-two pitch up and away.
98.
The ball sharply hit. Danny Espinosa to his left. Got some good rhythm going on that play. 4 in a row for Glover. Potomac Nationals, they're going to wrap up their regular season with an extended Labor Day weekend, the 2nd through the 5th. Presidential election at Fitzner Stadium with the Trump and Clinton bobbleheads. Oh boy. Fireworks, Fan Appreciation Day, Labor Day baseball. Tickets are going fast, so make sure you catch the Peanuts a couple of times before the season's over down there in Woodbridge. So coming out to get Corda Glover after 4 in a row is Dusty. And then Mark Zepchinski will make his Nationals debut against Parra and Blackman. Well done, Corda. strikes, 2 grounders, 2 strikeouts. And now the Nats will welcome their newest member, Mark Zepchinski, 30-year-old left-hander, originally from Orange County, California. And with Oakland this year, 56 ball games, 36 innings. Pretty good, solid situational guy.
Yeah, fastball, slider, changeup is the arsenal. Fastball averages 91. And it took me the whole commercial break to type in his name into Fangraphs to get his arsenal. Did. No joke.
I typed in the first 4 letters and up he came because there are no others like him.
I have to add this to bookmarks or else we're just not going to have it anymore.
Go R-Zep and you might see the whole thing. Gerardo Parra pinch hitting in the number 9 spot. He's 1 for 4 career against Mark with a double, couple of strikeouts. And Charlie Blackmon, a lefty on deck. Ideal time for Dusty to bring in his new lefty. Up by 6, couple of lefties, trying to get the game to the 9th inning. Up and in, 2-0. Just looking over his resume, extensive playoff experience. In 11 and 12 with St. Louis and 13 with Cleveland. 3-0.
He's a ground ball guy. This year, 70.5% ground ball rate, second best in the majors behind Zach Britton. How about that for a stat for you? He's allowed 0.25 home runs per 9 innings. That's the 8th lowest mark in the American League.
Strike call up in the zone. Parra didn't like it.
And he's held opponents scoreless in 15 of his last 16 appearances with a 1.04 ERA. Jose Lobaton buying his new lefty a strike right there with the frame.
He's going to like throwing to this guy and Wilson Ramos.
So there's a lot of tough lefties.
There are.
That he'll face maybe in October if the Nats get there.
3-2 pitch and a foul.
And if you need a ground ball, he's your guy, right? Anthony Rizzo, Adrian Gonzalez, Brandon Belt. Probably leaving out some really good ones that are escaping my mind right now, but
yeah, I think you got most of them. Breaking ball for the strikeout. Battling back from 3-0 to strike out Gerardo Parra.
Best trade ever.
Early returns just fine.
Early returns, best trade ever. 3-0 back to a strikeout with a nasty slider at 83. Scrabble's his nickname because of his last name. I like iChart. But I think that's already been used in the big leagues a long time ago. I have to ask him if it's okay to call him iChart. Nats didn't hit today, so I didn't get to meet him. I didn't take batting practice.
Strike call.
Which I think was a good move when the heat index was almost 100.
Yeah.
They saved their hits for the game tonight.
They did. Charlie Blackmon 0 for 1 with a walk career against Zepchinski. Rockies, of course, play Oakland frequently, interleague, and got to see a little bit of him out there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blackmon 3 ground ball outs tonight against Gio. So Gio did a great job of keeping him off base. Another breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-2.
I mean, how is he feeling right now? He goes from the Oakland A's to the Washington Nationals, who are about to be, what, 9 games up?
Yeah. He gained about 28 games in the standings in that trade, by the way.
That's just a blessing.
Oakland 19.5 behind Texas going into this weekend.
And 9 if they hold on here, and the Padres hold on there.
At top of the 7th at Miami, 6-2 San Diego. Mets trying to hold on against the Phillies. Big lead there, 8th inning. They could be one game back of Miami. That ball way inside. It hits Charlie Blackmon. So he goes to first base with 2 outs. So the Nets got some financial considerations in that deal. Max Schrock, one of our minor leaguers who we featured several times. Sebczynski, by the way, we're going to give you his bio just before he leaves the game. FP talked about the ground balls and how efficient he has been lately. So he'll get 2 of his 3 guys out. Rookie right-hander coming up to hit. And the Nats with a righty out of the bullpen, 8th inning. Matson brought to you by Bank of America. Life's better when we're connected. As soon as this one's over, it's out the first base gate and right into the fountains.
I'm with
the
you.
Anacostia.
I'm going to do a Pete Rose right through that thing.
Sean Kelly, 54th appearance, 46 innings, 68 strikeouts.
Yeah, fastball slider. You know the arsenal. You've seen him. Lots of strikes from Sean Kelly. He is always in attack mode, and we love it.
Steven Cardullo, the rookie, goes up swinging. Fly ball to center. Camped under it. Trey Turner. Bullpen takes care of the 8th inning. And on a night when Murphy's made some history, maybe Gio isn't far away. Premium. Check it out. #1 live streaming sports service. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. That also includes a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Chad Qualls has been in the big leagues since 2004. A lot of that with Houston. Stops in Arizona, Tampa, San Diego, Phillies, Yankees, Pirates, Marlins, Astros, and now the Rockies. 39th appearance. He's just off the DL. Been around a long, long time. 38 years of age. And first up for the Nats, Sean Kelly's going to stay in the ball game after throwing one pitch and get an AB here.
Oh, this is good stuff. Look at the smile on Sean Kelly's face. Relievers live for this, folks. This is awesome. Let it rip.
Yeah, first AB of the year for Sean.
First one ever as a big leaguer.
You are correct. All those years in the American League, and here he is.
Come on, get a hit, Sean. Oh, look, he's peeking. He's trying to pick up location.
Diving down and in on him, that fastball.
It's a good hack. Has a reliever ever gone deep in his first career plate appearance ever in the history of baseball?
That would be something to know.
He looks like a slugger.
Swing and a miss, and tagged out. First out, bottom of the 8th.
Got his money's worth. Let it rip. A little golf clap going back to the dugout. Probably saying something hilarious right now because he is hilarious. I was down there.
Well, here's Trey. 2 for 4, 2 runs, a steal. He has single-handedly caused 3 Colorado errors tonight.
He was hitting .353 in the month of August coming into tonight.
Breaking ball down and away. That's what it's all about for a leadoff guy.
That's the best stat. That's really the only one that counts. Dirty uni, stealing bases, scoring runs, raising heck.
One, 2. Looked like he held. Mike Winters agrees he'll have the plate tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Hope he can come and join us. It'll be hot, so dress for the weather, hydrate, prepare. Let's see what Trey Turner does tomorrow. Diving down and in, good take. To the right side. Ball spinning wildly on its way to Descalso. 2 down here in the 8th. Johnny Holiday and Ray Knight out in left field. Not far from that sign. Tune into the Nats Extra postgame show. Presented by Who But WB Mason when this one's over. Here comes Jason Worth again. These are two guys who've seen each other a bunch. 12 career official at bats. Worth 3 hits. And like Turner, a 2 for 4 night, both of his extra base hits. The homer, his 18th, a double, and Jason now has 58 runs batted in. That one right off the gear of Nick Hundley.
Swinging out of his shoes. Feeling real frisky up there. Trying to hit his second one of the night. Couple hits under your belt, that's what players do. You're feeling good. He's squared up 3 of the 4 balls he's hit tonight. Remember, he lined out the third too.
2-2. And then there's Daniel Murphy. Another multi-RBI night. He's sitting at 98. Backing up a bit to his left. Adames, low throw, scooped out by Cardullo. The Nationals go 1-2-3 in the 8th. Only the second time that's happened tonight.
Victory here tonight. We're heading into the last full month of the regular season, and we don't want to miss you a moment, or you to miss a moment. Text Nationals to 29292 for Nats scoring updates and in-game alerts you just can't miss. That's Nationals to 29292. We, you, us. Text everybody.
Yeah. We, you, us. Let's all get together
That's
and have
right.
some fun at the ballpark. So Sean Kelly, 3 outs to get to nail this one down, to give the Nats a great start on the weekend. Nolan Arenado is first, and that's a good slider to the outside edge. Arenado 2 for 2 career against Sean.
I just did it. It says you can receive up to 12 messages a day. Stalkers. Masson's stalking me on my phone. I like it. I'm doing it. I'm in.
Did he hold, or did the bat go with the body? No appeal. And Nolan Arenado's upset with Mark Wegner for not even asking Mike Winters if it was a swing. 1 out.
I mean, it's news. Nolan Arenado was 10 for his last 17, 4 homers in 4 games, and the Nats held him hitless here tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Sean Kelly climbing the ladder. Nolan can't hold up. He thought he held up from the side. Bat went a long way, and in an 8-2 ball game, umpires looking for anything to get out of here.
Carlos Gonzalez 0 for 2 career against Kelly. Nationals trying to win their 75th game. Healthy hack. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now that's pretty nasty. 85 down and into the lefty.
Well, you thought that 9th inning Wednesday against the O's was a little momentum shift, even though they didn't come back and finish the deal down 10-3, made it a 10-8 final with the tying run at the play. I mean, at least as a Nats fan, you were hoping. I'm sure Dusty Baker was too. And now, you know, after a win last night against the O's, looking like good things about to happen here tonight. That was indeed a sign and maybe a momentum shift.
Yeah, another good sign from these 2 ball games, the add-on runs they've been able to get. The big 8th last night, the big 7th tonight, to just take close ball games and bust them open. Got through the whole game last night with Scherzer and Melanson. And Gio gave them 6 solid ones tonight.
I mean, Nats fans are lucky. Since 2011, you've had a fantastic team to watch. They've all been really good. I think this is the most exciting team. I mean, Daniel Murphy's at-bats are must-see TV. Trey Turner's at-bats are unbelievable. Jason Worth is playing like he's 28.
3-2 pitch, and Cargo will foul it back.
Have a boring closer all of a sudden, so that part's not exciting, which we're all okay with. And I mean, boring is the biggest compliment I could give Mark Melanson. I couldn't give him a bigger one, actually.
Hard to imagine Trey Turner's career off to a better start.
Exactly.
12 for his last 22 going back to Monday night. 3-2 with 1 out. Kelly keeps pumping strikes. Carlos Gonzalez keeps spoiling them. Rockies about to drop their 4th in a row. Came in with a winning record against the East. It's up. It's a 1-out walk.
It's a 1-out walk in an 8-2 ball game. But you know what Carlos Gonzalez just did? He sent a message to all the young players on his bench that every at-bat counts no matter what the score is. And he just grinded 1 out for a walk down by 6. That's a pro at-bat. And that sends a message to everybody in that dugout that you just don't give in even though you're behind.
Good point. Well, pretty much his team. I mean, he's got some other good players around him. That ball hammered up the middle. That's David Dahl. Came in as a pinch hitter, then played defense and gets a second at bat and a base hit. Nick Hundley is next.
That might get Mark Melanson up.
8-2. So doing the math, they'd have to get 1 more base runner for the tying run to be in the on-deck circle.
It did.
Melanson threw 15 pitches, 10 strikes last night in a non-safe situation, but the Nats needed to win that game. That is foul outside third. Had a couple of close calls down there. Hundley hits his first 2 times up tonight. Well, Mark enjoyed a visit back home when the Nats were in Denver last week. Maybe facing his hometown team again. Foul tip, and it's just out of Lobatone's mitt. And the Rockies, just recalculating here, would have to get 2 more men on board with a 6-run deficit. Obviously, that would have at least 1 run scored in this inning. So they've got a ways to go to get in a position for the comeback. Hundley, 0-2, quite a battle, and he'll hit one pretty well out toward the bullpen, and that ball's going to sail out of here. 8-5. Hundley, a 3-for-4 night, his 7th home run of the year.
This kind of been the MO lately for the Nats. It looks like, they're locked down winners, and then all of a sudden a ball club jumps back into the game late out of nowhere. So a walk, a hit, and a homer, and now it's a 3-run game out of nowhere. And another good at bat by Nick Hundley. So give Carlos Gonzalez a lot of credit for grinding out a walk, a base hit, and then Nick Hundley making this a ball game all of a sudden.
So the Rockies, if they get 1 more man aboard here, it'll be Melanson time. It's Descalso against Kelly. 1-for-2 career against him. And this inning started off with Sean striking out Nolan Arenado, who is the one guy you feared the most coming into the 9th. In the air, Trey Turner for the 2nd out. Next up, Christian Adames, final hope for the Rockies. 0-for-1 career against Sean Kelly. And Mark Melanson is going to come in for the final hitter. So the Rockies, a walk, a single, a Hundley 3-run homer. 1 more out to get for the Nats. have fought hard in the late innings, right down to some final outs. Braves several times. Some hard-fought games with Baltimore. So here's Mark Melancon.
The fastball, cutter, curveball, the arsenal for Mark Melancon. Dusty Baker not fooling around, going to his closer in this situation after he's seen a 3-run third, 3-run ninth for the Rockies. If it was the third, it'd be really news.
Adames, the hitter. DJ LeMahieu is on deck. Not expected to play until tomorrow, but it was either him or their backup catcher, Tony Wolters. Strike one from the native of Golden, Colorado. Adames tonight, 2 strikeouts, a ground ball. 0-2.
Nasty curveball. Nasty.
On the edge, game over. So the last couple of nights, not safe situations for Mark Melancon, but he comes in, puts out some fires, and now it's a 2-1 homestand.
Well, congratulations to Gio Gonzalez, career win number 100. So in my mind, party at Gio's house tonight.
We'll check with him and give you more on that later. So RBI number 500 for Murphy, win number 100 for Gio. A feel-good night in an 8-5 win at the Yard.